I still
You're
muted.
muted. Can they hear you now?
Hello.
We can't hear anybody.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear Bev. Is that Huntley?
Yes, that is.
Okay, so that's the community hall. This is Renee Normandin, by the way.
Oh, hi, Renee.
Hi.
I don't know if Bridget and the Ordinance Committee can hear me because I'm a member and I'm joining by Zoom.
Joining by Zoom as well, but I can't hear anybody at community hall.
Yeah, I can't either. Oh, how did I get you?
I don't know.
I clicked on you. Oh, I see. Oh, I'm there, Bev Huntley. Yeah. Okay.
But the community hall is talking, but can't hear them.
Tell them to unmute.
Okay, we got to unmute. I don't know how to unmute.
Far left. There's a far left button with a
right here. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a far left button.
Yeah.
They need to click that. If it's crossed out, it means it's muted. So they got to unmute that.
I don't know if it is. It doesn't look like it's muted.
You're not muted. Now you're unmuted.
Okay. How come I can't? Oh, I guess I can see. Whoops. This is what I want to see. I want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Well, it's whoever's talking last is what you see.
Okay. I can't hear anybody.
Because nobody's talking right now.
Oh, yeah, they're talking. I have to get back to that. There. Okay. Am I muted? No. Can you hear me? Maureen? Bridget?
Is this community hall?
No, this is Bev again. You can't get
Bev, it's me. I can't hear community hall.
I can't either. And you maybe if we unclick her. Where are we going? Hey, Maureen, can you hear me? Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'll stay on this. Oh, there's one RN.
That's me. I'm raising my hand to let them know we can't hear them.
Okay. My daughter's helping me with this.
Oh.
I just wanted to let them know that you couldn't hear either.
Thank you. Usually there's a chat box too where we could let them know, but
yeah.
Oh yeah. There is no chat box. Probably because it's being recorded.
I can just hear him through the phone. Okay, oh, I got power.
I can't see. I can't see that. I don't have my glasses
until. Yeah. Okay, it's always fun, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Got a nice crowd.
If they log off and log back on, if community hall logs off and logs back on, sometimes they'll have more.
I retried that. Oh,
No community hall, I'm saying. If community hall does it
oh, maybe.
as the host, if the host logs off and logs back on again without shutting down the meeting, they'll get voice sometimes. If you want to tell them that one.
But they can't hear us.
No, they can't. We can't hear them either.
You're on the phone with them.
Hey, Maureen.
Where you just drive up there and say, hey.
Maureen,
Keep trying.
my daughter's going to tell you how it works sometimes.
Hi, Maureen. Here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okie dokes. I think I've got my look for my.
It doesn't have anything to do with your unmute here or.
No, it's on their side. They got Tom there, so hopefully he'll do his magic. That Renee?
I'm here.
Okay.
I don't know why it only has my initials. It used to have my name. I don't know. Maybe it's my work.
Hey guys,
Hey, Vinny?
Hello?
can you hear us?
We can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay, yay, thank
Hey.
you. Thank you, Tom. You know, like fun. So do you want to mute everybody but Bev?
I think
Or,
that's the case right now.
okay, great. Do you still have her on your phone?
No, I
Maureen?
hung up.
Okay. Right, so back to the preamble. Maureen, can you tell us about that?
Well, yeah, I condensed what Ben had written and what Bev had written, and I tried to just make it as simple and short and concise as possible. And I think it explains it pretty well.
Okay, any comments on the preamble?
I think the feedback from the last meeting, I forgot who, but someone said that health and welfare were important to have in there, and so it's captured. So I think there's a typo. We can fix it.
What is it, the typo? Can I put a comma after loud? After what? Loud, comma, excessive and repeated.
Residents of
Oh,
the
okay, you want loud, okay, different from excessive, okay. Vibration.
excessive and repeated sound, noise, and vibration levels that jeopardize and or degrade health, welfare, and quality of life to residents and community.
Sounds
like it.
to me. Yeah.
We have a motion accepting the preamble
Make a motion accepting the preamble as
with the correction.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So. We approved the preamble. We received a lot of correspondence. Lori, do you want to read off just the names of the emails that we've received? Maureen doesn't have her glasses.
I forgot my glasses.
Oh, okay. Just for the record.
Yeah, I have
And
it here.
these emails will become part of our record. They're attached to our minutes. Just in case anyone in the audience is curious about it, we've received a number of emails. They become part of our record. Okay.
I say your name on Daniel and Gloria Mathapus. Patty Jensen. Keith and Deb Gopel. Catherine Curtin. Everybody has these in.
Down the bottom, that's on the second page.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Anita Lusak. Lori London. Claudia and James Launat. Sorry, I murdered that. Richard Donegan. Vinny Aiello. Quadland. Another one by Catherine Curtin. And Renee Normandin.
I think there's, did you get Lorraine and Ed Buchanan?
Oh, I did miss them.
So they will be incorporated into our minutes. So the next step is, you know, we have the preamble. Do we want to talk about the body of the ordinance?
Just so I can see the people.
I think the next thing we have to do we have to do the definitions? And as far as the definitions go, I think they're pretty standard.
They are.
From all the towns that have adopted an ordinance concerning noise. I don't think that's going to be a big issue.
Do we want to break it up though? Because there was something like 30 to 40 definitions, I think.
I can do the definitions.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to draft that and then email it to us so we can talk about it at the next meeting?
Mm-hmm. And then I think, do we want to talk about, I don't know how we're going to go about this, about the body.
Well, that's going to be the hardest part. You know, we really have to go through that. And I think we need to hear some input from people in town, but especially the Board of Selectmen, because I don't know how you all feel, but I think drafting the body is going to take us a good amount of work and some struggle. And I want to make sure that we're doing the work that the Board of Selectmen is then going to approve. I don't know if approve is the right word, but at least give us support for this ordinance. That's why I'd hoped Tom would have stayed for the meeting. So,
well, it has to dovetail too to planning and zoning. So,
well, we've been trying to dovetail with
yeah,
them, remember?
I understood. Yeah, so there's a couple targets.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would be the Board and Selectmen and
P and Z.
P and Z.
I don't want to work in conflict. You know, I don't want it to be
Well, yeah, because it doesn't make any sense if we're not going to make
in opposition.
we're not going to make any progress.
Exactly.
Well, the last time we asked to meet, we
They were
never
too
got.
busy.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've been getting hit.
but
I don't know if we necessarily need to meet, but we just have to ask what their strategy is.
Well, we kind of have to meet though, Ben, so that people who want to see what we're doing can participate, right?
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to reach out to David another time and see if we can do a joint meeting?
yeah. And it would have to be at night.
I understand.
But
Well, 6:30.
6:30 would be.
Yeah.
And the last time they came, he was the only one that showed up.
Because Tony forgot to notify the other members.
Okay.
So maybe Maureen, I think we have some of their emails.
Oh,
So
yeah, I have them all.
You
Yeah.
could capture them and email the agenda so they all have it.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want to see if the selectmen want to be at that meeting as well?
Yes. So we invite Erica, Vinny, and Tom.
So you'll let me know, David says.
Yeah, I will, so we can schedule. And I'll circulate possible dates with everyone, because I know we're not sitting home waiting for the scheduling notice.
I know,
I went them a little.
you are.
Yeah.
I'm on pins and needles.
So shall I?
Yeah.
I'm going to open it up to public comment. Again, if you haven't put your name on the list, when you come forward, you can do that. And I'd ask you to limit your comments to 2 minutes or less. So is there anyone who wants to speak that didn't sign on this list? Anyone? I mean, you can sign up after we go once around. If people want to make comments thereafter, right? You're going to get one turn, 2 minutes or less, and then you can have a response.
Not on the
a
end.
minute. All right.
No, not at the end. This.
That's for you.
Patty Jensen.
Left of the.
Okay. You want to stand up so everyone can hear you, Patty?
Yeah.
And maybe come towards the microphone.
So my name is Patty Jensen. So I actually I submitted an email, but I have a question from what you just stated. So there's a little bit of confusion for me. If you could clarify for me.
I'll try.
You mentioned that you need to check with P&Z on the ordinance. So I'm a little confused. I mean, as you mentioned, Maureen, there's a standard, right, for an ordinance that most towns have. I think we all grew up with one. We all know at a certain time frame, you need to quiet it down a little bit, right? Typically that's 9 p.m., 8 p.m. during the week and 9 p.m. weekends. Why do we need to coordinate that with P&Z? I don't understand their relationship there. I mean, an ordinance is an ordinance. Their land use.
Well, they were also
any difference.
They were also trying to work on noise ordinance with respect to the noise regulations with respect to the different districts, because there's a commercial district, the Lake District, all of that. So we've already had one joint meeting with the town planner, right, Janelle?
Yes, Janelle.
So we're just trying to be consistent in addressing this issue. So they don't, exactly, because when there's inconsistency, it causes conflict.
Right. Right.
So that's what.
So I think that's the thing. So that's helpful. Thank you. Thank you for that explanation. So that's helpful because there is obviously other venues in town that, you know, basically music for one, right? That the bands will play up until 9 o'clock or the music will go till 9 o'clock, which is, and I'm part of the lake area. So I respect that. It's great. I love hearing it, but I also work for a living. So I need to get up at 5 in the morning. So I appreciate that they turn it down. In addition to that, I'm glad that you're looking at the whole community when we're doing this, because you really shouldn't segment this based off commercial, based off residential, based off lake, based off South Morris, whatever it is, right? And the reason for that is because there are a lot of Airbnbs in this town. There are a lot of other commercial businesses in this town, and you need to have some type of recourse. You know, like I said, when people that work for a living, and I think having that standard time frame, like all other communities have, I'm not really even sure why this is open for negotiation. Believe it or not, I'm a little confused by this. Why is this all this an issue? Why are we even talking about this right now? I don't understand.
About the noise or
time to extend the extension of that.
If we could clarify, and I think this is something that was on our agenda, that we should just clarify, like, nothing's been extended. In fact, the opposite is.
No,
Let's clarify this.
Right, yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah, the original, what is in the ordinances now. Let's see, where is it? Amplifiers in the town featuring either or both musical and sound effects should be lowered to a reasonable volume at the hour of 11 p.m. prevailing time.
Why is that 11? I didn't know this.
Well, that was.
No, currently today, everyone should be aware of this because there was a lot of dialogue here that didn't align to what the actual language is. Currently, it's 11 p.m.
Yes.
When did that happen? It was
1978, 65.
1965.
It's always, no.
No.
So whoever's been sharing that information, it's not true.
No, it's not.
It's been in the bylaws, since the establishment of ordinance. It's always been 11 p.m. All districts, every square inch of Morris.
Yeah.
It's always been.
The original ordinance was how many sentences?
there was no revision. Are we clear?
No revision.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Oh, we've got 11 PM and there's.
But Lauren's in charge of the book, so she knows.
When they
Yeah.
say 9 PM on the lake, you're saying that's not accurate?
No, it's not.
There's no,
The kind of courtesy that people.
They're doing it voluntarily,
Yeah,
With respecting their neighbors.
right, on a weeknight.
but that has nothing to do with this.
So how can we change that to 9? Because we have a lot of people that.
Well, that's what we're working on.
Because they're not part of this community and not.
the commentary around the limitation being extended is just simply not true.
No, that was
It's
just.
been condensed.
So the
kind of-
good news is we want to bring it back to where it
Yes.
should be.
Well, we're gonna, there's a process.
There's a, where it should be.
It's up to everybody.
Everybody.
Well, that's good to know.
Because my,
We'll get vote. Yay.
Go to,
Good.
eventually, I guess the plan would be we draft the ordinance, it goes to the Board of Selectmen, they approve it, and you get to go to a town meeting.
and that's where you get.
Well,
to-
either way, we get to be.
Exactly.
Happening without us being.
Absolutely.
Everyone gets to be heard, just to be clear. But we also want to make sure that the right information's out there, because otherwise people get upset over things that are actually moving in a direction I think everyone wants it to.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, because again, I agreed. I mean, like I said, I'm on the lakeside and everything was 9 o'clock and I thought, wow, that's really super nice. And during the week when they do have things, it usually is 8. So that's great that people are being respectful as a town. That's awesome. So that's good to hear. That's good.
All right, the minutes are up.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for my time.
Tim Dorr,
I'm gonna pass to my son for now.
is that Richard Dorr Jr.?
Yep.
He was next on the list.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
So we're just discussing our opinions on what it should be now, basically.
If you want to tell us, sure.
So I agree with Patty. I think 9 o'clock is a great time to stop because, you know, right now as it stands, somebody could go target practice till 11 o'clock and not care what their neighbor's doing, you know, what they feel about it. So
Okay,
9 o'clock is a good way, and I don't think it should be based on what commercial or the lake community or whatever, because your commercial spills over into residential areas. The noise pollution in your commercial areas is gonna spill over. The lake spills over. You know, you can hear the boats on Banham Lake during the day all the way on the other side of town, so.
that's the boat noise. That's a whole different regulation. That's deep.
Well, I'm just saying that's noise
Yeah.
on the lake community. It affects the other side of town.
Correct.
It's noise.
Right.
So I don't think that we should split it up as to commercial, residential, lakeside noise. That's my opinion.
All right, thank you so much. Kim, do you want to say anything? You'll wait.
Let other people
Okay. Maureen Mitnick,
Was everyone?
thank you.
I was just coming because I am concerned with the noise issue. I live a mile from South Farms and I could hear it above my television with my windows closed. So I am here for the people who live closer than I do, because that's pretty horrible. I can only imagine. So I moved to Morris because I wanted to live in a quiet town. I want to hear the crickets when I'm having a bonfire. And I think everyone lives in Morris for that reason. I didn't move here to be next to a concert venue, although I did go to a concert and it's a beautiful spot for a concert and I enjoyed it. But I don't want to have fun at the expense of other people who their lives are really by this. And I can imagine what it feels like to live next to it. That would be really horrible, horrible.
One thing I think that is important is that we have to remember that it's not about South Front.
No, it isn't, but
It is
we
not,
didn't
no,
have
it
these
is
issues
absolutely
before
not
we
about
had a
South Front.
concert
Our
venue
job
either.
as the ordinance committee is to go forward.
Is it not a concert venue anymore?
No, it's been,
Wait,
let me, if I can respond.
sure, sure.
So
And like I said, I thought it was a great place. I just don't like the noise.
understood. I'm certain your concerns were in 2020,
Yes.
3 years ago.
Huh?
Since then, there's been publicly stated comments, multiple, saying that it's been decommissioned. All ties have been severed with that producer. There's been no ongoing,
That's good news. I mean, I'm probably not as.
I'm just saying, like,
as other people are.
I'm just saying your concerns are completely warranted.
Yes.
They took place in 2020. And then since that, I agreed with your concerns. We've, again, shuttered that entire operation, severed all ties with that producer that did that. And it's no longer a thing.
Just when I heard noise
So-
going to 11, when I remember what it was like, I was like, oh, no.
And I'm in agreement with you. Part of the reason why all that happened was, you know, why the reasons why it's not happening now is for the exact same concerns I have.
That's good to hear. I
So
appreciate
I
that.
just want to be clear that like that concern was a 2020 concern. But I hope that currently we're in good standing with you because we haven't done anything like that.
All right. Well,
For
like
years.
I don't follow the meetings. And when I heard this whole thing going to 11, it concerned me. So that's why I came.
We're going to take everyone's comments. Chuck Alexander. Okay. Bill Down.
Good evening,
evening.
Bill Down. So just a quick comment and, you know, it's good to see people here. I guess my only comment or two comments would be that I hope Morris just continues to be civil to neighbors and neighbor to neighbor. It seems like we've lost a little bit of that. People are maybe concerned more about certain individual things than the good of the town. But to get that out. And second, I'm not sure if this is tied into the special events with planning and zoning, this ordinance, will that be involved with that too or not? But I just want to say that, you know, I have attended a couple of concerts down at the farm, you know, in 21 and 22, and they were very well run, very well organized, super time. And for my age group, I would like to see that, you know, if you're going to have some, start them at 3 or 4 o'clock, have them over at 8 o'clock. So we can get home and get to bed.
Steph Koletsky.
Well, I originally,
Did you want to?
no, if I don't need to.
You're going to pass?
Well, okay, so I have to stand and speak.
Because we have to record you.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Can I stand like this? I'd rather not.
Yes.
And people. The reason that I was originally wanted to speak because I wanted clarification because of all these emails that were sent. There are a lot of people that were confused as to the fact that people were thinking that it was 9 o'clock and it was being extended to 11, which is not the case. So I wanted that clarified. So it has been. So I think that we're good. I have other opinions, but I think myself right now. But thank you.
Okay, thank you. Richard Dorr.
How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Richard Dorr. Just I think that putting a cap on the time frame as far as how the commercial is going, you know, the concerts and stuff like that, or the weddings. Because we live right on Litchfield Road, and even with the weddings going on, we can still hear them till they're going, you know, 10, 11 o'clock at night. And, you know, get up kind of early in the morning. So 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, I got to listen to that till 11 o'clock at night. It's getting old.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. The two people that we passed, Kim and Chuck, did you want to speak now? You step up, Kim.
Kim Dorr. I am a member of the Planning and Zoning Commission. We have been talking about this, and I very much would like us to all get together on this.
Great.
The numbers that we were talking about were possibly 10 p.m. On the weekends. I don't know if, I don't remember whether we had a clarification during the week. But me personally, along with my family, 9 o'clock is a better number for us. We have a business in town. Sometimes we're up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And we drive for a living, and we also have the farm, and sometimes we're up until 11 o'clock at night and 2 o'clock in the morning, and we need to be able to sleep sometimes. And literally there have been nights that I could hear things in my house with all the doors and windows closed.
Okay.
And it'd be nice not to have to hear it. Really.
Great. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, is there anyone else who wishes to speak?
Can I?
You want to do a second?
Yes, I do actually. I'm just curious about.
If you stand here, so I just want to make sure we're recorded.
Okay.
Because then we're going to go to the people who are on Zoom.
Okay. So I've never been to an ordinance committee meeting before. So can I ask a question to someone that's already spoken, or no, I can only.
No, it's not crosstalk.
Okay. So, okay.
You could ask us a question. We don't have to answer it. We're just.
Okay.
Okay.
All
You
right.
can send us an email.
All right. Thank you.
Ben, do you want to unmute, see who, if Vinny wants to speak, if you could ask each of them? Frozen. You want to unmute them all and ask them if anyone wants to speak?
There you go.
Does anyone from the audience want to speak? Just
The Zoom audience.
Zoom audience.
You gotta click on any something real on my thing.
Oh, Karen, Elizabeth Kearney.
Oh, she has her hand raised.
Click on the little.
Elizabeth Kearney has her hand up and she's unmuted. Let her.
Hi, this is Elizabeth Kearney. I live on Anderson Road and I went through the 2020 concert series, and I understand what Ben's saying about he severed all connection with that. That being said, given the proximity of a lot of land, large acreages in Morris that butt right up against residentials, I think there's a good reason to look at perhaps keeping it earlier than 11 o'clock, particularly during the week, that it should be 9 o'clock during the week, that if you were going to have a Saturday night, perhaps 11 is more acceptable. But during the time of the week when, like Kim was saying, people have to get up early, there's children going to school, it behooves us to have a more acceptable time frame. And it's not unheard of. There's other communities in Connecticut which that's exactly, as in like Ansonia, Danbury, there's a group of them that have an 8 or 9 p.m. end time for nodes. So they're big cities, exactly. And they're far more used to noise and racket, and we're not. So I think these things all need to be considered, and that's all I'd like to say. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Please mute yourself.
Yep, work.
Any other speakers from the Zoom audience?
Yeah, no, I guess not.
That's not.
You can raise your hand or unmute yourself if you wish to say anything. All right.
I want to mute myself.
Is there anyone else? It's not your last chance ever to speak, but. So you want a third?
Just to clarify next steps for me, right?
Okay.
So it is a lot of confusion for me. So the next step is the town, everybody kind of gave their opinion tonight. So then the next step would be we're going to
keep working on our part. I'm going to ask for a joint meeting with P&Z just to make sure. I'm going to contact the chairman, David Wigg, and we'll schedule that. And it will be on the town website, and you're all welcome to attend.
Oh, okay. And I just want to say that if anyone else wants to send in a letter, we're welcome to all letters by all means, but they all have to be sent to the town clerk. Somehow someone got my email. I don't know how, and that's okay, but I couldn't respond. It had to be resent to the town clerk. So just send them there to begin with, and they won't get lost.
Yeah, they get sent right back out.
Well, I appreciate all of you turning out. This was a good turnout for an ordinance committee meeting.
I think it might be a record.
I got you all captive here. I know Tommy's put out feelers. Who wants to be on a board or commission? Let's see some volunteers.
I want to read. I will.
I know. You will? And your name, ma'am?
Peggy Jensen. Jensen.
Okay. Because we're always looking for people.
I looked, but I didn't. I saw alternates. That's all.
Larry, do you know what boards are open by any chance, or Lori?
Off the top of my head.
On the website, I looked at the Town of Morris website, and it didn't look like it was all alternates. So I still need it.
Alternates are very.
People go on vacation.
Is there a way that we can actually, I mean, I know a lot of people get on the board for a very long time, that we can actually get some other people to
we just put one
have open positions there so other people can get a chance?
Each commission, if it's an elected position, or even if it's elected at a town meeting, there is a term. So they have to go the term. And so anybody can run or
like, planning and zoning, places,
any of them.
The ordinance. I understand.
Nobody has to, if I wanted to. I know.
No, most of them are. They all are. Zoning is like elected.
Yeah, every 2 years, I think.
Right,
There are.
so there are,
The board that don't.
so you do need alternate.
3 years. So 2 years.
Yeah, they're rolling. There's none of them that are the same amount.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why they have a big problem.
So anyone,
The terms are forward.
We should not.
And again,
Can't get a word in it.
I asked for volunteers.
that's right. And
They're trying to help you. I forgot you said it.
yeah, we need to.
So get in touch with Lori.
Oh, thanks.
She can help you. Or call
I like-
Tom and let him know you want to volunteer.
Oh, you're making.
Might start as an alternate and work your way up. And if it's an elected position, whether it's talk to the Republican Town Committee or the Democratic Town Committee, both parties are looking for people. You know, it would be a great way to get involved in town.
And when are those meetings?
Usually.
What are they?
The town committee meeting?
No, the Republican.
That they're not having any. That's right.
Well, there's the Democratic Register of Voters. That's my husband in the back. He's the vice chair of the Democratic Town Committee. So, you know, it's dwindled in membership because of COVID.
Yeah.
So both committees are.
So it's, the Republican part has not been welcoming.
Well,
I don't even like.
You change your affiliation, the Democratic.
I asked about meetings and was ignored.
Okay,
So.
well, I can't help that.
Real gray area.
Okay.
We adjourned for this.
Thank you all. I appreciate the lively discussion. May I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? All right, we're adjourned. Thank you.